Hello, I'm Harry Rose and welcome to the Greater Sydney Landcare Network's Soil Health Series. In this series we'll be showing you how to use the Soil Health Card so you can go assess soils on your property. So why might you want to assess the health of your soil? Because healthy soils equals healthy landscapes equals healthy pastures. This video is about measuring soil macro life. Soil macro life are the worms, the termites, the ants, the fly maggots, whatever large animal life is in the soil. Now they're important because they help turn this plant material back into the soil to form the glue which holds the soil together, and it also turns that plant material back into nutrients which the plants can then take back up to help them grow. So to measure soil macro life, very easy. All you need is a spade or a shovel, depending on what you want to call it, and a bag that you can put your soil onto. So when you're measuring macro life, don't do it during a dry period because the animals are likely to move much further down the profile, or they may have actually died. You're much better to do it a week or two after good rainfall so the animals will have moved back up. If it's after a drought, you're better waiting a month or more before you do these measurements because all the animals may have died and they'll be rehatching from eggs. Rightio, so what you need to do is cut out a square of soil which is about the width of the spade and hopefully to about 10 centimetres deep. You can't always achieve that, just depends what your subsoil's like. And here I've got rock, so I'm not going to be able to get down much further than what I'm at the moment. So then you flip that square out onto the bag, get the rest of the soil that's been left behind here. Now, you're not going to be able to see the animal life if you just leave your square like that, but what you can do is look for wormholes or other signs of life. Then what you need to do is just break the soil up. Don't smash it because you're killing animal life. Just do it as gently as you can. Shake it out preferably. Remember, most of your animal life will be right in this very top part. So if you don't get into there, you may lose a lot of animals. Then, lay that out. Spread this soil out, then just wait. Now the reason you need to wait is imagine a giant came to your house, grabbed it and shook it hard. You're probably going to be frozen in fear and you're not going to start moving around for a short while. Same happens with the animal life. They'll be frozen at the moment, then when they think it's safe, they'll start moving. If there's less than 2 types of animal life and very few signs of them, this would rate as poor on the soil health chart. If there's 2 to 5 types of animals, and here we might be talking ants, termites, worms, slaters, and there's moderate amount of life, then that would be fair. And then if there's more than 5 types of life and there's an abundance of that life there, then that's good. Because the more animals you have in here, the more habitat you have in this soil. Okay, so all we've found so far in this bit of soil is 1 ant. Now I should suggest that you might want to dig more than 1 square out just to see whether this is an unusual spot. But let's just say this is typical. There might be a couple of reasons for it. One, we're at the crest of a hill here, so the soil is quite shallow. We've got plant species which indicate this is low fertility, such as red grass, there's annual trampweed, there's couch. So this is rock fern, usually only occurs on low nutrient soils. This is annual trampweed, which only occurs on sandy, low nutrient soils where there's lots of bare ground. This is hairy panic, a native grass, which is a good indicator when it's abundant that this is a dry, low fertility site. So this is red grass, which often occurs on drier, lower fertility type soils. You can see that very short, erect flower head. That's typical of red grass. And because we're in winter at the moment, the stems have gone red, hence its common name. There's also fireweed, a lot of fireweed around here, which suggests that this had a lot of bare soil coming into autumn. So this is quite a shallow soil, not a lot of moisture, low nutrients. But it's still not good even for up here. So there are a few things we could do about it, and one of those would be to rest this pasture to allow more organic matter to go back into the soil. We could fertilise it to increase the grass growth or the plant growth. So again, that will increase the amount of organic matter going back in. Because one of the most likely things that's wrong with this soil is a lack of organic matter, because as we saw, the soil crumbs did fall apart. So we only had fair to poor soil structure, which meant a lack of organic matter. So we will need to try to build up the organic matter.